Each year, the Lamborghini factory produces around 10,000 cars, generating more than 2,000 million euros in turnover, with less than 1,000 employees. This makes it one of the most recognized brands in the world. But how do you build a supercar? To find out, let's travel to Italy and cover its facilities to understand the process. Lamborghini does not just make supercars, she creates legends on wheels. In its emblematic headquarters, located in the Engine Valley in Italy, the brand has revolutionized industry by combining innovation and performance. More than 400 specialists, many of whom are second-generation craftsmen, assemble each vehicle by combining advanced technology and manual precision. Lamborghini has decided to go even further in the world of supercars with a clear objective: to redefine its own standards. It was not an easy path. After numerous meetings between managers, designers, and engineers, the Aventador was born, a model that propelled the brand to a completely different level. Its large innovation was lightness, thanks to the adoption of a carbon fiber monohull chassis, a technology formerly reserved for competition, which Lamborghini managed to adapt to series production. Until then, its manufacture was expensive and complex, but the brand has found a way to make it viable on a large scale. To achieve this, in 2009, Lamborghini built a huge factory next to its headquarters, exclusively dedicated to the production of the Aventador chassis. The result: an ultralight monohull of only 147 kilos, which has drastically improved the power-to-power ratio and transformed the driving experience. Lamborghini has experienced with carbon fiber for decades, going back to the 80s with the Evoluzione Countach. Thanks to its expertise in composite materials, the brand has developed specialized installations for its production. Without a model to follow in the automotive industry, it was inspired by aeronautics and adapted its processes. This is how the CFK Center was born, a space of 500 m², where approximately 150 specialists make with precision up to 4 complete monocoques of Aventador every 20.4 hours. Almost half a century after its foundation, Lamborghini reaffirmed its commitment to innovation. Carbon fiber has become the pillar of its supercars of the future, consolidating its place in the elite of automotive engineering. But then, how does the manufacturing process take place inside the Lamborghini factory? It all starts with an automated machine that cuts the materials with millimeter precision. Then the parts are placed in molds and go through a vacuum rolling process to take their shape. Once molded, they are sent to an autoclave, a huge pressurized oven where they harden to reach their final resistance. Meanwhile, other components of the monohull are made using high-precision lasers and resin injection into carbon fiber tissues, thus transforming flexible leaves into rigid and ultra-resistant structures. When all the parts are ready, the base and the roof of the chassis are assembled with precise perforations for the final assembly. The Lamborghini factory follows a unique manufacturing process, where the combination of artisanal know-how and advanced technology guarantees optimal quality for each vehicle. By drawing inspiration from the aeronautical industry, each phase of the process aims to reach exceptional levels of precision and performance. One of the most intriguing quality controls is the hammer test. A specialized technician strikes the carbon fiber monohull with a calibrated hammer to detect possible hidden air bubbles in the structure. It is only after having successfully completed this test that the part is going to the next step. The union of the chassis and the roof guarantees a perfect assembly. A robotic arm equipped with a laser scanner inspects each point of contact, ensuring that all sections are fitted with absolute precision. Then, the metal parts are integrated manually into the monocoque, thus completing the structure of the vehicle. Then, the bodywork goes through a light tunnel where it is carefully inspected in order to detect the slightest imperfection on its surface. It is at this stage that the Aventador begins to come to life, revealing its inimitable silhouette. This process is not only an engineering feat, but also an art form and an inheritance. Lamborghini, renowned for its avant-garde design, had to make sure that Aventador retains its identity. For the design team, each model must be recognizable at first glance. The real challenge was to find the balance between innovation and tradition without compromising the essence of the brand. Emblematic elements such as iconic scissors are part of Lamborghini's DNA. But here, the design is not limited to aesthetics. Each line and each detail have a precise function. From air intakes to the chassis aerodynamics, each aspect of Aventador has been designed to maximize performance and efficiency. One of the biggest challenges has been to ensure optimal cooling to the powerful V12 engine. To achieve this, large air intakes have been integrated into the sides, eliminating the traditional division of the body in 3 sections and giving birth to a fluid and aggressive silhouette. Inspiration for Aventador has come from various sources: nature, sport, technology, and aeronautics. The cabin, for example, adopts a design that evokes that of a combat aircraft, with a starting button and a TFT screen recalling the aeronautical cockpits. In addition, the team was inspired by the structure of insects to define the shape of the roof, seeking a perfect balance between aerodynamic and aesthetic beauty functionality. After the completion of the first phase begins, work on one of the most emblematic characteristics of Aventador: its color. In the painting workshop, each car receives an artisanal treatment worthy of a work of art. With 13 colors available, each shade is applied by hand with precision that few other vehicles can match. Each of the 27 pieces of the body is carefully painted by an expert, using a total of 8 liters of paint. Aventador, with its aggressive design and extreme lines, requires more manual work than any other Lamborghini. Each step of the process is carried out with artisanal precision, because only the experience and the human eye can guarantee that the paint covers each surface with the exact quantity. The painting process requires 200 hours of specialized work. Refinement, for example, extends over 3 full days, and once finished, the body is polished with special materials. Then, it is subject to a rigorous inspection in a light tunnel for 2 hours, where an expert examines the shade carefully. If any irregularity is detected, adjustments are made to ensure a perfect finish. The part is repainted, and the areas requiring additional polishing receive special attention. It is only when the strict standards of quality are respected that the car goes to the next step: the mounting chain. A few meters from the historic Lamborghini factory, founded almost 50 years ago, is the Aventador assembly line. Although technology plays a key role today, the assembly process remains manual work, faithful to the vision of Ferruccio Lamborghini, who firmly believed that the mechanic's know-how was essential to success. This commitment to craftsmanship remains at the heart of the business. In the factory, a team of 50 employees spread over 11 workshops works with impressive precision to assemble each Aventador. These technicians, from the best Emilia-Romagna mechanical schools, spend more than 2 years in specialized training at Lamborghini in order to improve their skills. Despite technological progress, the assembly remains artisanal. If automation is expanding, human expertise remains essential, especially when installing the engine. At this station, the Aventador V12 engine comes to life. This 6.5-liter block develops 700 horsepower and, although it is more powerful than that of Murcielago, it is lighter thanks to a special aluminum and silicon alloy. But the V12 is not only powerful, it is also unique in terms of sound. Lamborghini has invested in many hours in tests and simulations to obtain its distinctive roar. From serious sound at low speed to a thunderous crescendo during acceleration, the engine of Aventador is a real symphony. While the engine is assembled, the body progresses on the mounting chain, transforming a simple structure into a high-performance supercar. Each phase of the process, from the installation of the engine to the final assembly, is made with meticulous attention to details, ensuring that each Lamborghini Aventador is a masterpiece of engineering and human know-how. Each team has exactly 1 hour and 40 minutes to do their task before the vehicle advances on the mounting chain. Any delay would affect objectives and increase production costs. The process begins with the mechanics working on the lower part of the car and assembling the front differential. To facilitate access, the vehicle is raised and pivoted, allowing the installation of each component precisely. Then comes one of the most crucial moments, the installation of the transmission in the chassis. It is at this stage that the Aventador really takes life. This step, known as the marriage between the engine and the body, marks the union of several years of development and engineering. Each connection is meticulously checked, because the slightest error could compromise the performance of the vehicle during road tests. Unlike many factories where this process is automated, in Lamborghini it is entirely carried out by hand, guaranteeing unequaled quality. Little by little, which started like a carbon fiber skeleton turns into a supercar ready to conquer asphalt. While the structure of the Aventador takes shape, another section of the factory is dedicated to its cabin, where each vehicle is personalized according to the wishes of the customer. Each day, about 100 square meters of leather, available in 9 different colors, arrive at the workshop. Each piece is meticulously inspected to eliminate any imperfection before being cut and worked by hand by expert craftsmen. Back on the assembly line, another key element is ready: the suspension. Although it appears simple at first glance, its design is directly inspired by Formula One. The horizontal arm suspension system optimizes the contact with the road in turns, guaranteeing perfect stability, even at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour. But innovation does not stop there. The transmission of Aventador, controlled by pallets behind the steering wheel, incorporates a patented system allowing almost instantaneous changes of speed. In just 50 milliseconds, a new speed is strangled, while the old one is released, thus reaching a speed of change comparable to that of a Formula One. At this stage, the Aventador is approaching the latest production stages. In the final station, the mechanics work with millimeter precision to complete each unit. More than 50 specialists have contributed to its assembly, from the installation of the engine to the garnishing of the passenger compartment. It is only when every detail responds to the demanding standards of Lamborghini that the vehicle is finally ready to leave the factory. The vehicle is ready to go out in the world, as meticulous as assembly is the quality control of Aventador before leaving the factory. Each unit undergoes rigorous tests to guarantee its performance and safety. One of the most demanding examinations is the braking test carried out in a specialized room. Although the vehicle remains motionless, its wheels reach up to 140 kilometers per hour to assess the carbon ceramic braking system. Thanks to this technology, the Aventador can stop completely for 100 kilometers per hour in just 30 meters in optimal conditions. It is even able to accelerate from 0 to 100 and return to the stop in less than 4 seconds. All data in the anti-lock braking system is saved and analyzed on a central computer to check their accuracy. Then, the car enters a luminous tunnel where technicians inspect every centimeter of its aesthetic finish. They carefully check that painting, assemblies, and interior details are impeccable before continuing. But the last and the most exciting test is that of the road. Here, the engineers test each mechanical and electronic component, ensuring that the Aventador responds with the expected precision. This is the first time that the car has been experienced as it must be, to be appreciated. It is only when the test pilot is completely satisfied with his performance that the vehicle receives the green light to go out in the world. And this is how Lamborghini's installations produce their emblematic supercars. What did you think of the process? Let them know in the comments. If you liked the video, click on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. In the windows below, you will see other videos that could interest you. Do not hesitate to look at one. See you next time.